This week, I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at the Bandai Namco Sensor Tower page to see just how well or bad My Hero Ultra Impact is performing compared to their other games. So first off, Bandai Namco has had over 1 million downloads in the last month, which is insane. Additionally, they have made $56 million in revenue, and this is just off of their mobile games. That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so looking at this, we'll kind of take a look at the other games and compare them as well. Top 10, let's see. Oh nope, My Hero Ultra Impact is not in the top 10, but let's take a look at what is in the top 10. We have One Piece in the top 10, Dragon Ball Legends in the top 10, Dokkan Battle in the top 10, and then look at that nasty, disgusting 12 million revenue. 1 month, Dokkan Battle made $12 million. That's so insane. 100,000 downloads. But hey, Dragon Ball Legends actually beat out Dokkan in amount of new downloads last month. So good on Dragon Ball Legends, but a lot less profit, right? So that's kind of crazy. And then as we go down a little bit more, just past the number 9th and 10th spots, we have Dokkan Battle, the Japanese version, still at 12 mil there. And then Naruto at $200,000 and 40,000 downloads. But then right below that, we have My Hero Ultra Impact, the Japanese version, actually doing still very, very well in the top 15 for all of Bandai Namco's games. That's actually really, really good. But we're not here to talk about just the Japanese version. It is definitely part of it. We're here to talk about the global version and how well the global version is doing, because if the global version doesn't do well, who's to say they won't just shut that down and keep the Japanese version that actually makes the money, right? So that's what we want to know. So we're going to scroll down a little bit further. Below the Japanese version, you have Sword Art Online. And then directly below that, you have the global version. Global made top 15 out of Bandai Namco games that they currently have available for mobile devices. Now that might not sound all that amazing, but let me put this into perspective for you. Bandai Namco currently has 292 apps. So let me just scroll for you so you can see how many that is. Look at how far down this goes. Like it's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of apps, right? And My Hero Ultra Impact is number 13. Number 13 on the global, for the global side of the game. That's actually really, really good. And the Japanese version, of course, is number 11. So I would say My Hero Ultra Impact is actually doing very, very well, all things considered. Now, is it Dokkan numbers? Is it Dragon Ball Legends numbers? Hell no. Not even close. But for what it is, I think it is doing all right. So let's take a look at the global numbers. So for downloads last month, we had 10,000 downloads, which is good. We just had like a downloads campaign or celebration for so many downloads. So the game is still growing in the amount of players, which is good, right? And we had $50,000 in revenue on the global side of the game, $200,000 in revenue on the Japanese side of the game. So that is $250,000. That is really good. And that means technically we are doing just about as good as Naruto. We are doing about as good as whatever this is, which only made 60K, but they had more downloads, right? And then if we go up, there's one that made less than 5K, but it's still got 50K downloads. So it's still, I would say overall, Ultra Impact is doing all right in profit. Now, it's not the greatest, right? Not 12 million, not 200,000. It is 200,000 for the JP version, but not the 200,000 that other games have and stuff like that for the global side of the game. I would like to see global go up a little bit more in revenue, but if we want global to go up in revenue, what needs to happen? I feel like anyone who plays the game can tell me right now, can answer that question. It was kind of rhetorical, but I'll answer it for myself and you guys as well. What needs to happen in My Hero Ultra Impact is literally this one word: content. Content needs to happen. As soon as they add more content into the game, people are going to be willing to spend more money on the game to get the characters they need to beat the content. Summoning for characters you want is great, but there's no point unless there's content, right? So as soon as they add that, I feel like the game could definitely surge. Right now, we're kind of in a weird lull state that feels really kind of depressing that we don't have as much content as we would like. It's really cool that they're rerunning climax battles, so people that are new to the game get to experience those for the first time. But VE Tower is pretty much dead. Ultra Arena is the same boring thing that they haven't fixed, that we've been asking them to change or do something about for over a year now, right? So as soon as they add or update content, I think they still have a great game. They have a really, really good game. They just need to not neglect it. And so if you were to ask me right now, because I know I've seen this comment so many times, like dead game or game's dying, right? Or they ask me, is the game dying? No, absolutely not. The game is not anywhere near close to dead. You want to see what a close to dead game looks like? Let's go down here to the bottom. Notice all of these. Look at all of these. Below 5K, below 5K, below 5K, below 5K. Every single one of these games is below 5K. That is shut down territory for a game. So My Hero Ultra Impact, still making the 50K that it makes, is really, really good. It's not the 1 million that you want to see. It's not the 12 million that you really want to see, but 50K is a solid amount of money for My Hero Ultra Impact. And as long as it's making them money, they are going to continue to work on the game. So here's to hoping that this upcoming year, when we get into the, I don't know, global anniversary, maybe it'll probably take till the JP anniversary though, honestly, to get like really good new content. But here's to hoping we get good new content for the game that revives the game, makes it feel fresh, and it gives us a reason to summon for characters again. Because right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit sad with the state of affairs. I'll say it. I'm not having as much fun as I initially had on My Hero Ultra Impact because there's just nothing to do. Club Festival was great when it was out, except for the fact that it was gated behind a character that was a, you know, pay to play kind of game mode. It was really, really dumb the way they did that, and I wish they hadn't done that. And we said that during the first Club Festival, and what they do, they didn't care. They made it a pay to play events again. So we need less of those and more just overall content that's actually going to last in the game. Case files are great because they have given us those, which are more long form content. It takes you a little bit to actually do, and it gives you a story with it. However, they're not very frequent. Okay, so just they have content there. They're not frequently updating it because, let's face it, putting together all the sprites and stuff like that for a story like Case Files takes a while, which is understandable. So what do? You make a boss rush event. You make an, pardon me for using another game, but Infinite Dragon Ball History event. You make something like that you don't have to put sprites in, you don't have to make a story for, and you just put it in there and let us go to town on it, you know? Or you add in, you know, for Ultra Arena to make it fresh. You add in like another special league separate from the league that's already there, right? Where you have team restrictions or things like that. Or you add in a like fight your friends team type thing and get some special currency or something like that. So you can actually fight your friends in My Hero Ultra Impact instead of having to search for them through the ladders, you know? Or you bring back VE Tower and just add new difficulties to the VE Towers more frequently instead of this whenever we feel like it BS that makes no sense, you know? These are all the things I would like to see with the game in My Hero Ultra Impact. Let me know what you guys would like to see in the game My Hero Ultra Impact. Do you agree with me that the game is still doing well? I mean, you kind of have to. It's in the 13th spot, but you know, feel free to disagree down in the comments. Do you agree with me that the game's still doing well? Do you think it could do better? You know, let me know down in the comments, or do you think the game is just destined to fail? Let me know what you guys are thinking. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Peace.